NGO. Now, the World Transplant Games is wonderful, yeah? I mean, you took part in them in August of last year. Of this year.
Yeah.
And your brother and yourself did very well. And you, this is a funny tale. You have to talk about this. Which sport did you win it?
Yeah, okay. So first of all, the reason I took part in this is, as I was coming to this point, that there's not enough role models from there's 3,000 athletes from 60 countries. About 2,000, there's only 75 of the 3,000 that were living organ donors. The rest were recipients. And I went all the way up to the bosses and found out, and I asked, why is this not, why are you focusing so much on the recipients having to come up here and not enticing more of us? So they said, well, we'd like to pray, this is a great way of paying tribute to the donors, to show them how well the recipients are doing. I said, that's all great, fine and dandy. A lot of these recipients have received organs from dead people, so yes, it's a good tribute. But a lot of them have also received it from living people like us.
Sure.
And if you're going to want to have more living donors come forward, you've just got to show more people doing well in sports. Because if I see a living donor doing well and saying, hey, this guy or girl is running higher, running faster, jumping longer, throwing farther, then perhaps I'm going to be a little more enthusiastic about giving my kidney and thinking, yeah, my life will be as normal. But there's not that. So I actually took part to become that example. Okay? And so amongst the various sports that I had choices of, I did two of them. I signed up for two of them. One is the 100-meter sprints, and I'm 52 almost. So I was 51, right? At 51, can I run the 100-meter sprint with one kidney and bust all the other myths saying, oh, life is going to become not the same after you give a kidney? And I'm saying, no, why not? Because I still run a marathon now with one kidney, but marathon is passé. Every one of their aunties run that now. But the 100-meter sprint, only the sprinter knows how much it takes out of your body. And I started training for it. Reet Abraham, I don't know if you remember.
Of course.
Her. So Reet Abraham was my coach, and she was nice enough to coach me. And I was going helter-skelter. I broke my back. I had a slip disc in the process. I tried to heal myself. Again, it's not because I gave a kidney. It's just being stupid, right? And that would happen to anybody. So all said and done, I was training enough, and I get all of these celebrities sending me endorsements saying that goal jeet ke aao, to dil to jeet ke, goal jeet ke aao. So big drama around it. And I had this second event that nobody knew I had taken part in. Even I didn't train for it one bit, although I was doing all the strength training in the gym and everything else. But so my brother won gold in golf, right? A 14-member Indian team. We ended up with, we did better than the Olympic team. we won 4 golds and 3 silvers in the 14-member team. However, my brother won the gold in golf. This is before my event, right? So I'm here getting the pressure. And luckily, the other event that I took part in was the first event, before my 100-meter sprint. And when I went there, we realized that the living donors didn't have age group categories, unlike the recipients. So my brother participated in his own age group. Guys like us had to run open. So a 20-year-old, a 30-year-old, a 50-year-old, and a 60-year-old, and an 80-year-old, we're all running the same race. I'm like, how fair can that be? And here I'm training and training and training to win gold, and I'm looking at this 32-year-old legs. I'm saying, there's no way I'm going to beat this guy. And I didn't. But before that, my other event was the cricket ball throw.
Genes, you can't go wrong with Indian genes. Everybody knows how to throw a cricket ball. You're born with it.
And I was throwing against the same 32-year-old, the same 20-year-old, and there was this one guy from Finland. It was like 6'4" or something, really big made. And I thought, there's no way I can throw farther than this guy. He can just, do it with his finger like a carom board, And I said, okay, let's give it a shot. And here I am in my mind thinking I'm in the boundary. The ball is just being hit. I'm running. Caught it just before it crossed the line.
Whoa.
And I'm seeing the wicketkeeper there. And there's the runners going between the wickets. I'm like, I got to make it all the way there. And I'm throwing, and I did. And it was the winning throw.
Sweet.
I got gold in cricket ball throw. And I apparently set a world record for the game. So which means in 2021, when it happens in Houston, I have to defend it. So I'm going to now train for
and where
that.
were these? Where were this year's World Transplant?
It was in England this year, in Newcastle.
In Newcastle. And the great news is that Anil is part of the team that has been entrusted the job of doing the India Transplant Games in Bengaluru this year in 2020.
Well, that's the plan. It only is a week old, that news for me. Now, I don't know how I'm going to pull that off, but let's see. I am planning to do it, and let's see how that works out. The fact is, I want to see more and more live organ donors come out and show them that they could. I'm just trying to be that example, saying I'm a better athlete than I ever was, even when in my 20s. Today, and I have only one kidney. So what? Life is as normal. It's in fact extraordinary. So back to the trip. In a couple of weeks, I'm going back to finish my North and South America leg. I've just finished one leg, which started September 2nd, right after the Transplant Games. And for 3 months, I drove around America about 19,000 miles, speaking to about 28,000 people in different talks over there. And I came back because of some technical difficulties where I couldn't cross the border into Mexico with my car. And also the Mexican border region is a war zone right now, and people have advised me not to cross. And so I took this break, came here because I had to get some work done, and heading back in a couple of weeks, driving from New York to Argentina. That's next couple of months.
The last leg of conversation up ahead, don't go anywhere. We're live at 9:45. Anil Srivatsa talking organ donation, his Gift of Life Adventure Foundation. Messages and back, I'm Hrishi K.